scenario, a cutscene scenario, there will be no fighting, there will just be talking. And for now, after the story scenario, I will take a break. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back online again today. Yeah. The devastated landscapes of the lands of chaos were easily the best weapon at the Empire's disposal. Not only did they offer very little in the way of shelter, water and food, but they were also plagued with all manner of hostile creatures residing in artificial hives under the ground. The desert surrounding our long-lost home was a sandy paradise compared to this nightmarish unknown. Bearing this in mind, perhaps the existence of a whole culture dedicated to the conquest and destruction of other people under the orders of a bellicose goddess was not as implausible as it seemed. Exactly how they managed to sustain themselves on a day-to-day basis was an entirely different mystery though. I tried my best to keep my mind clear at night, but the memories of my brief encounter with the Emperor continued to haunt me during my sleep. The vision of twisted metal and flesh, those ominous glowing eyes, his metallic voice booming and echoing in the darkness of our cavern, overlapping the constant noise of machines and creatures I had never heard before. Next to him stood somebody else, the silhouette of a woman holding a book of some sort. She sees you as little more than a burden she constantly has to watch and protect you while she and the necromancer do the actual fighting. She knew that Elinde's sacrifice would hardly serve any purpose at all. She let her go, and you did nothing to prevent that tragedy. I am not any more responsible for your mental staff than the Lady of Light, whom you swore to protect. Yet you came to my land seeking vengeance. Do you not see that she is within your reach right now? You know what you must do. Then a voice, an alluring voice belonging perhaps to the woman. She spoke in a language I could not understand. I focused on averting my mind from the scene, just as I felt my arms begin to move on their own. On the surface or underground, it makes no difference to me, Gallus. You will not last long if you stay in my domain, unless you abandon this foolish quest of yours and pledge allegiance to Aura and me. Then, a sudden flash of red, followed by complete darkness. Since that incident, the Emperor stopped trying to reach me and take control of my body for some reason. Perhaps even with his remote power, it was not a tactic that he could use too often. Besides, with us approaching the heart of his domain, there was little reason to keep wasting energy when he could patiently sit and wait for his prey to come. I was absorbed in those thoughts one morning, when we were distracted by an unexpected encounter. Up to that point, we had never suspected we were not the only band of travelers on a mission in these lands. Hail, Arturan! What business brings you to enemy territory so far from the Hard Mountains? I would like to ask you the same question if I may, Lord Gallus. We received word that the aliens of the peoples of the Far North sent a team of assassins to the Chaos capital, but they did not tell us you were part of it. This is a pleasant surprise. Arturan, did the king really send you to these lands knowing that you might never be able to return? Oh, no, it's not like that, fair lady. In truth, I volunteered for this mission out of my own volition, along with the others. The idea did not come from our king either. It's the Valgrind Council's response to the Alliance's call for help. So, what do you say, Lord Gallus? Have you concocted an action plan yet? I have to admit we haven't. We were hoping to get to the Heart region and assess the situation first. Oh no. Well, you might be interested in knowing that the legions of Uria appear to be fully preoccupied by the Alliance's troops in the Glamdor region. The Empire's land are very poorly guarded right now, and even though the enemies prepare to defend the capital against potential attacks, their numbers are not too impressive. If we act fast, they will not have the time to call for reinforcements from the border outposts. On the other hand, we've heard dark rumors. The Chaos Empire is in the capital, guarding what is said to be a large portal to Inferno. If this is true, failing to take the Emperor down and close the portal would have disastrous consequences for everyone indeed. Say, Arturan, do you have the resources to mount a distraction? The thing is, we don't have much ourselves, as we were only intended to serve as support. I suppose I figure a distraction's not out of question, but it probably won't help for long. What do you suggest? Actually, what the hell? Wait a moment. Just... I believe I might have a plan that will allow us to get into the capital without having to face the entirety of the defenses. But I will need your help and Malkesher's. Ha! My help, you say? If you have to stoop to ask me for assistance, then you must have truly run out of ideas. It involves murdering many undead soldiers, disguising a few, and unleashing them on nearby enemy settlements where you flank the capital from 2 different directions. Hopefully this will keep most of the available troops entertained while we'll deal with the Emperor and his men ourselves. We will need you to assault the capital together with us, though. The longer my minions are allowed to roam free without my supervision, the more destructive and disorganized they become. Don't take me wrong, though. There's nothing I enjoy more than a chaotic bloodbath. But I must be concerned about this interfering with your plan somehow. Not at all. In fact, the more noise they make, and the more dark soldiers of already struck off the face of Urdia, the better. Surely a necromancer of your caliber can figure something out. Yes, I will make sure to not disappoint. I suppose it's time to get moving then. We have a long day ahead of us. So, just saying, this scenario was called Crossroads. And that's it. At this point, I take the break I was speaking about. I'm stopping for now. I might play scenario 20 today later, but I wouldn't bet on it. If not today, then tomorrow. And first of all, thanks for watching. It was fun.